I am headed to the field for something I hope you guys enjoy. We have a demo New Holland Swather with some upgrades. It's 2022 actually, so it's it's in the future because it's still 2021. But we're gonna race. The salesman is gonna drive the New Holland. Jose is gonna drive the Massey, the one we have. We're gonna go head to head. Hope you guys are excited, because I'm excited. They're talking big, like this thing's pretty sweet. I've never had anything against New Holland. We are very particular about the way the swather lays down the swath pass. We need a very consistent, and then we also want the dual, that we run the dual conditioners, but we need a consistent pass where it lays it down consistently. In the past, the New Holland has left clumps on either side, I forget which side, maybe both, of the pass. And I do not want those green, wet clumps in the windrow. That'll cause problems later. So we used to have several New Holland sickle swathers, but we haven't had a New Holland rotary swather. So anyways, they've got this new one out, and it actually has the same system, pump system, steering system as the Massey. My Jose ran it yesterday. I wasn't able to get out there, but today I have time this morning. We're gonna race them. This should be fun. I mean, as much fun as it can be. And we'll see if we can't find a sweet jump to take it off of. Wow. If it survives a jump, you know, it's probably worth keeping. After the swather race, I'm gonna jump in a truck, so Cade's off on a delivery. They're off in Ajo, delivering some cow hay to a guy with some cows. Cow hay, not dairy cows. When I say cow hay, I mean like ranch quality, low end, kind of maybe got sprinkled on a little bit hay. And then I'm gonna jump in his truck and meet them. I bought some big bales from a guy. I think there's gonna be a bit of a shortage of big bales, so my plan is to stock up and have them. So I'm gonna meet him in a truck, and then we're going to load and haul some big bales. Kind of exciting news. Cade is moving to Texas. So it looks like my wife and I, the farm, I don't know what, I haven't decided, are gonna become truck owners. So we're gonna buy out his trucks, trailers, and have our own trucks and trailers, which I do enjoy semis. I'm not a very good mechanic. I've learned a lot from Cade because he's pretty good at everything. So it's life's about to get more challenging. I always say I want less fires to put out because all I do is run around and put out fires. And owning semis, it's going to be like adding just gasoline to the fires. So this should be fun. I'm not exactly sure when that's going to happen. His wife's already in Texas. He's working on getting over there with her. I told him we can just buy him out now, but he's a man of integrity. He said, no, I'm not going to leave you hanging right in the middle of the season. I'll stay until November. But I told him, man, we can make it without you. But I do appreciate that about him. But anyways, so everything's on very good terms. Don't think anything bad. He just some family stuff. He's like, man, I think it's time I moved to Texas. So he's moving to Texas, and I'm buying semis. It's like I'm happy, but I'm not happy, but I'm nervous, I'm anxious. Anyone want to come be a truck driver? But seriously, anyone want to come be a haul hay? It's kind of nice. It's busy in the summer, slow in the winter. No? Yes? Just email me. Email me. I had the craziest dream last night that I was killing gophers, but they were huge gophers that like dug a hole out. It was a massive hole, like the hole like where they lived was huge, and they drug like sofas in there somehow, and I think Henry's toys were in there. It's like, this is where all this stuff has gone. And at a pistol, I was just blasting them. It was awesome, just shooting them right in the face. I hate gophers, but they were big gophers. They weren't, I mean, they drug a couch into their hole, and their hole was big, was very large, so obviously they weren't. It was a dream. Don't get mad about me killing animals. People still get mad about me killing that rattlesnake, but a lot of people are dumb, and they don't realize that rattlesnakes are dangerous, and I am not a professional snake handler, and so I was not about to catch that snake and take him to a new home. I'm a farmer, so anyways, I had a crazy dream about just blasting gophers, but they're huge. Like, they were big, like not as big as a person, but pretty close. I don't know why I told you guys that. It was just kind of random. I just popped up into my head because I see some gopher holes in this field. When I talk about the uniformity of the swath pass or the windrow that it leaves behind, this is what I'm talking about. It's very uniform and smooth across. There's a little bit of a hump on this side, but this is smooth from the entire way across. Now, the old models of that New Holland would leave clumps right on the edge. We can't have those clumps. I mean, guys all obviously run them, which is fine, but we don't like them. We don't want them. We don't want green clumps in our bales to show up. Green spots cause fires, they mold, they whatever, but I mean, a lot of guys run them, so we're just extra picky, I guess. I don't know. So let's get this race on. All right, so it's time. We got 1, we got 2. Now, the speed is not the most important thing. The quality of the cut and the pass that it makes is the most important thing. Let's mount 2 cameras up, and we're gonna go for it. So I'm standing here with Brant and Adrian. They are from Bingham Equipment, and Obi, the dog.
Best dog.
Guys, what can you tell us about this new piece of machinery?
Well, Trevor, we're really excited. We have a new generation of windrower out from New Holland. It's called the 220 Plus. With that comes the 416 Plus. So we've taken a lot of the great things about the machines, and it's undergone some pretty significant updates. The steering system, the overall chassis has changed on the machine. Then when we move to the header, there's some changes there with the profile of the header, and then the way we're moving the crop out of the back end. So we're really liking what we're seeing, so we'll go over some of that bit by bit.
Awesome, let's get a closer look. Okay, we are at the back of the Swather to look at the new and improved. It is new and improved, right?
Yeah, we hope so.
We hope so.
Tell us. We're gonna try it out.
We're gonna try it out in a little bit, but yeah. So tell us what we got going on here, Brant.
All right, so looking at the back end here, the most notable thing that we're gonna see is the axle, or the frame, has actually been stretched back 10 inches. So in effort to improve that drivability, that frame's longer. What you see now is a single piece rear axle with an airbag in the center.
One airbag, let's get under there. There we go.
Airbag right there. If you recall, we've had two, which hasn't been a problem, but going to the single piece rear axle, it's got a single airbag in the center. To keep it all locked in tight, we have the 4-post posing linkage. It's called the Terraglide system.
2 on this side, 2 on the other side.
You got it, yeah. And
that equals 4.
Carry the one, yeah.
Carry the
right.
one, yeah.
So putting them at an angle like this, you know, it keeps the axle settled underneath the back of the machine instead of a parallel linkage. We've got them angled right here. New Holland angled them in for us. Help keep that rear axle nice and stable under the machine, minimize any sway or knocking that would go on back there.
Okay, serious question. How does this handle killing gophers?
You won't even notice.
Good. Well, I hadn't told him. I had a dream last night. I was killing like dog-sized gophers last night, and it was. I was telling earlier in the video, I was shooting these things in the face, just.
Okay.
Gopher destroyer.
Yeah, we'll try it. I haven't tried it for that yet, but it's early, so we'll see. Coming around to the back end, this is New Holland's field demo machine for us. So it's spec'd with a single arm caster. Always an option there for New Holland. Here we've had a lot of success with the forked rear axle, but it's customer's choice. So you can run each, tell us which one you like. This one you can get a little bit bigger tire, and then there's just trade-offs both ways. But whichever way someone prefers, you can get that. Another change that we saw here, this is a significant one, is we've gone from the mechanical linkage on the tandem pumps to now the electric over hydraulic. So it's not new to the industry. A lot of other machines use it already. Now New Holland is there. And
so what are the,
yeah.
You've already talked about, you've gone to these, what are we talking about though?
We're just talking about the way that we steer the machine.
Okay.
What's involved in that?
Okay.
So,
but also this also has to do with the head, doesn't it, or no? Or
yes.
Okay.
So off of the motor here and this gearbox, we're running the header pumps, and then we're also running the drive motors there for the steering. Now in the past, we've had mechanical linkage to 2 tandem pumps here.
Okay.
And you've actually moved that linkage. Now that's being accomplished electric over hydraulic. So
looks like good quality rubber in there.
It does, doesn't it?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's Grand Island, Nebraska rubber right there.
Nice.
But so yeah, now we're doing it electric over hydraulic. It really smooths out the direction of the windrower, and opens the door for a lot of future technology as well.
We're moving up to the drive system, the pumps that control everything, or steering. What do they control?
Yeah, pretty much everything. Steering and
I knew it.
the header side.
Oh, the headers too. Okay, let's see this stuff. All right, which one of you guys is going to tell us about the pump system? Adrian? Adrian, don't be shy. Step up.
He knows more about this machine than anybody.
Just talk to it like you're talking to me, buddy.
So if you look at the pump system over here, you've got 2 tandem electric over hydraulic Dan Sauerfoss pumps.
Okay. And what are they doing in here?
So one's controlling the header drive and header lift, and then the other one controls the steering and the movement of the swather.
That and that. Now, are these pumps new to this machine?
They are to New Holland. We used to use a mechanical steering linkage, so it was kind of an older version of the swathers.
So this is an upgraded system, if you get what he's saying. It's better than the old ones. So if you have an old one, you're probably gonna want a new one. Don't you think?
I think so.
Brant thinks so too.
Hey, the old ones have been good machines, and this is just taking it to the next level.
Before the rotors, we ran, I think, 3 sickle swathers. So yeah, and they were all New Holland. So yeah, we've had a lot of New Holland swathers in our day. Okay, now we're at the head. It was a long walk from the back to the front. Remember, they stretched it, so we made it.
Yes, the walk is 10 inches further. So 416 plus. So we've always really enjoyed a lot of the cure and the cut down from the 416 with the rubber chevron rollers. The hay game. So before we continue, the rubber chevron rollers, if you don't know what a roller is,
the hay passes through these 2 rollers. They squish it to break the stem so the moisture can get out, and that's very important. Okay, back to it, sorry.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember, a lot of these guys watching don't know anything about swathers.
And we're learning more every day.
Yes.
So the hay game, as you know, for your business has changed a little bit this year, which has changed some of the needs that we're looking for in the dry down. So we actually have another set of super secret rolls that Adrian and I are dropping in these machines to really match some of the conditioning with what people are needing today. But back to it right here, the rubber chevron roller is still it's an excellent conditioner for bringing hay, working with Mother Nature to bring the hay right down to optimal dry down. Starting in the back here, the auger, the paddles are now staggered right here just to even out the flow. The most notable change is probably going to be right here on the cutter bar. So we still have the modular cutter bar design, which is critical to decreasing your maintenance expenses. If we hit a turtle and smack that sucker up, we can replace individual gearboxes and without running the risk of contaminating the entire cutter bar. So we've maintained that, which we're very happy about. Now the cutter bar profile has been thinned down from the previous 416 version, and these turtles have actually been spread out, and we're running a longer knife. So that, combined with a deeper cutaway right here in the rock guard, we're getting more knife exposure across the front of the cutter bar right there, so resulting in a better cut quality.
I'm excited. Are you guys excited?
So that's really been helping to really pick up all the hay. Just having that recess right there allows the knife to remain exposed longer. Like I said, it is a longer knife. Then there's some more subtle things. Right here we have a higher floor, which allows the auger to have a tighter clearance as it's moving the hay in. Mechanically, these 2 turtles, they now both turn the same direction in towards the center of the head. And what we're gonna see right there is a really an improvement in the uniformity of the windrow coming out. So before we relied predominantly on the auger to move all the crop in, now we just have a little assistance right here for these 2 turtles to throw some of that volume into the middle. Then the other thing that's going to help us out with that is going to be under the back of the machine here. So now we're underneath the machine right here. So some things that they've changed here on this, on the windrow gate right here. We've got some baffling right in here to help steer the crop into the center. And what we're looking for is still to have that mixed up, very nice, you know, multi-direction swath laydown that the New Holland windrowers have. But this is just gonna help guide it into a more uniform, I guess, depth across the windrow, so we can have just even more consistent dry down across the top. So these little baffles right here, although they're small, they're really helping to create a really beautiful
That's funny, something that small can make that big of a difference.
While we're at it, follow me over here to the wheel motors. So now we have a slightly different wheel motor. The motor's gone from an Eaton to the Sauer Danfoss. And we can see we're mounting them a little bit different. They've got some rubber lines that come down here into the wheel motor that's mounted there at an angle. So this machine, you can get it in a 2-speed or a 3-speed option. And yeah, it really get up and go 20 miles an hour in the field mode and then 30 miles an hour on the road mode.
Wow, this will go 30 miles an hour on the road.
Yes,
wow.
Done it myself. It is casual. You
that sounds,
have a cup of coffee.
That sounds scary. It's not?
No, it is not.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, we're really excited about this. You know, as you can imagine, information coming to us is always very limited until it's actually here. So it wasn't until recently we were able to attend some training, spend a lot of days. New Holland was really great putting us in the seat. So we've cut, Adrian and I and all of our people have put a lot of hours in the seat actually running the equipment to get familiar with it. And that's really where we learn a lot about the machine. So we're just kind of bringing what they've brought us, and so far we like what we see.
Awesome. So far, I was explaining earlier, the reason we hadn't ran a New Holland in the past was the way it laid down the pass from the Swather. But I'm going to show you the pass that it made, and you can't tell the difference between it and the Massey. So let's go look at that real quick. So during the infamous race, which I told you, speed, I didn't really care who won. I was worried about how it looked where it cut. This is the pass from the New Holland. It is very uniform all the way across. All the way across. Now let's walk over and look at the Massey pass. This is the Massey. Can you even tell the difference? In the old machine, I could spot a New Holland easily. Now, Brent, I can't tell the difference between the two.
Yeah, they're both really beautiful windrowers. Trevor, let me show you something that we really like about the New Holland windrower. And this is something that has always been, you know, paramount. What we're doing is we're trying to get the hay to crisscross and make up different patterns just to help everybody with the dry down. So what we want to see is a little bit of pitching and some areas where this hay is crossed up in different directions like that, just to help with that dry down. So we've got that. Then on the edges here, you know, being able to have a nice flat windrow without the edges getting turned in.
That's what the problem we had in the past, were the edges. That's exactly where it was. It was never in the middle. It was always right on the edges. It would clump up.
So you see that on some of the other machines there. You got to really pay attention, or we pay attention to the edges, because any green or moist slugs of hay in your bale is not going to be good.
Yeah.
So
now it's got a beautiful pass.
Yeah, if we can kind of lay it down low to the ground here, we see some good pitching and a lot of direction changes of the hay. So that's really what we want, so that when we draw it all together, just make a nice pretty bale.
Well, enough of us talking. Adrian and I are going to jump in this thing and set some cameras up, and you guys can watch it run and make a decision for yourself. That's 18 miles an hour, boys. Well, this tractor this swather gets to go on the demo to another farm. Adrian, it's always a pleasure. This is my rental guy. Anytime I need to rent like a skid steer, excavator, whatever, we've got it. Adrian's on speed dial. But anyways, oh, here comes our retriever truck. So while we were doing all this, my father-in-law's foreman called. I forgot one stack of hay out in the field that they're irrigating right now. So I had to get on the phone with Leonard. There goes Leonard. To grab that one stack of hay I left in the field. Have you ever messed up? A lot. It's not just me, thank goodness, because dang it, man, my father-in-law's gonna be so disappointed in his son-in-law. I hope he doesn't fire me. All right, so we're gonna jump by the swather, we're gonna get in a semi, and we're gonna load some trucks. Sorry, more squeeze work, but that's what we do. We load hay, we sell hay, we bale hay. We didn't bale last night because we had rain a few nights ago, so we didn't cut. So, all right, we're gonna head to the truck. There they go. Okay, stuff to do. I'm gonna try to meet Leonard over at the field where I forgot the stack of hay in. I don't know what to expect. I hope he can still get in there. So I'm out at the stack that we left in the field, and it looks as though my neighbor moved it out with this squeeze, but because the squeeze isn't very sturdy moving hay long distances, some fell on the ground. So we're gonna throw it up on that truck, then back up with the truck, and then put it all the way up there. So you guys can watch us work. Well, my name is Trevor Bales. Yes, my last name is Bales. And yes, we bale hay. This is the toughest part of the year. We're gonna make it through. See you guys.